DreamHack Masters Winter is brought to you by Intel, Corsair, Monster Energy, MSI, and U.S. Air Force.
This is the DreamHack Masters Winter 2020. We're moving things over to the North American edition, and we're starting off Group B today with TeamOne taking on Yeah. To guide you through all of the madness that is North American Counter-Strike right now, you've got me, your host James Banks, alongside Pimp and Maniac. And yesterday, our eyes were opened. We certainly saw a team that wasn't so happy even with the win because they don't know what the future holds for them. So maybe with these guys, we can get some more positives.
Hopefully, right? It's a domestic matchup in the sense that it's two Brazilian teams, two teams that we don't know that much about, but still they've been around for quite some time. The organizations, you know, hold some value to them. When you name players like Phelps, you name players like TRK, well, those are players who played in TeamOne once upon a point in their career. So they've had some good players in there before, and hopefully we can get to see some more tonight.
I just like how you say we saw the light yesterday. Like our eyes were open to the beauty of Counter-Strike and how wild and messy it can get. I have a feeling we might see a different type of Counter-Strike tonight, though.
Yeah, I think this will be slightly better, right? We'll see an improvement.
What do you mean better? Different. I'm just joking, James. It's okay. It's okay.
Anything is better than a team running the same default and playing off picks, and I expect that a lot better from these two teams. How about that, Maniac?
That was very democratically said. I appreciate that. It was very diplomatic.
Should we take a look at Group B bracket, though? Should we see how that's going to be panning out? And the teams we have got here going up against one another. We're starting with TeamOne versus Yeah. You also see Whalers and Mythic in there. And these two teams will be battling it out today. Remember, we've got the second stream going on, which will eventually get to Whalers versus Mythic, because right now, Spirit Heroic is still going on?
Yeah, I think Heroic won now. So,
there we go.
4 overtimes or 5 overtimes. They finally got it done, but what a game that was.
I remember you, Pimp. You said Heroic, one of the best teams on New. Yeah?
Yeah, but they've been struggling the last couple of games. But okay, a win is a win, James, and they got another one, you know?
Now, Pimp, during the break, people may have seen you. You were playing a little game, right, with our talent manager, Declan?
Yeah, I need to keep him activated, you know. Otherwise, he's just sitting on his ass and doing nothing. So we need to stay activated.
Did you win?
No comments.
Oh, Pimp. You let the side down. You let the side down. We should do a Twitch vote, though, because you guys have been getting live and active in the chat. Pimp likes to be active before we get into a game. You guys can be active all the time right now. #1, #Yeah. Oh,
that's a good hashtag.
I don't get a fun hashtag.
Yay!
One yeah!
Hashtag yay! It's like, you know, the vibe. I like the hashtag. It's better than the rats.
No,
nothing is better. Nothing is better than the rats.
Me and Pimp are in agreement. That was just so much fun from start to finish. What did you guys call it, though?
What, the Rugrats?
Oh, now you're saying.
I know where you're going with this one. I'm not going to give it to you.
There you go. You were both just trying to throw me off. I have to be careful. If I start becoming you guys, right, and saying things incorrectly, I'm going to be in a big problem.
Did you see how he very sneakily just dissed it right here? If I start becoming like you and saying everything wrong, but by the way, like, I'm on to you. I'm looking at you.
Way. You gave me a very posh British accent. I definitely don't have.
You don't have that?
No, not at all. Right, cool. Not at all.
Bloody hell.
We should start looking at these teams, though, right? Should we start with TeamOne?
All right. You want to talk about TeamOne? Let's talk about AWPs, for example. Maluki is the player that you can look for that. There's Barton as well that can do it as a secondary AWP. To be fair, I spent the afternoon looking at their matchup because these two teams have played quite a lot of times against each other in 2020. The last time was about a month ago. They went up against each other in the EACA Cash Cup, I believe it was. Yep. It was a 3-mapper series, overtime in the second map, quite close game, so they know each other. And I had a little bit of occasion to get to know them because let's be quite honest here, we are learning. To me, it's a say, learning experience. We're discovering some of these players, which is exciting, right? Because these might be stepping stones in the scene. You talked about TRK, Phelps being in TeamOne. These players, they have an opportunity to showcase themselves.
Well, especially considering the current state of North American Counter-Strike, if these guys can take it seriously enough and put in the work ethic, there said, in order to make themselves successful, they have a good chance and a good shot of being potentially one of the best North American teams right now, as there are not a lot of competition to be had. So the players you see on your screen, you know, they have a golden opportunity in front of them. And I think if they saw the game we broadcasted yesterday, they must be thinking to themselves, we can do better than that.
And this is quite a nice victory on here, though, on MDL. 3-0. I guess, is that the Whalers logo?
Yeah.
That is the Whalers logo. There you go. That's
not a bad team, you know.
Right?
We know Brazilian flair for Counter-Strike. We know that they put in hard and effort. We know they put in hard work. Maybe these guys we're going to see on the server, as Maniac said, we're going to discover them. We don't know that much about them. But if they put in the hard work, if they put in the work ethic and they've been working on themselves, we know what Brazilian Counter-Strike players stand for. Hard work and flair.
And you wonder if, you know, the recent results of Fury on MIBR, if it's fueling them. If it's fueling them, you know, to watch some of their countrymen actually having success. We saw Furia finally finding some form, MIBR making waves as well. So as, you know, as a fellow Brazilian, you think, okay, this is my time, we can do it too. And I was talking about the Counter-Strike that we might see, which could be a little bit different than yesterday. They actually play quite a proper, disciplined, organized Counter-Strike, going through the motions tactic-wise. So we're not going to be too lost, right? I think the game we'll see will be a little bit different than the, I want to say, FPLE type game we had yesterday. I think it should be more structured.
I would like to see that.
We would like to see that, but I would also like to hear from these guys on TeamOne, and Morbs was kind enough to talk to us.
It is like a dream. Like, since I started playing, like back in 1.6, I always wanted to play on the biggest events, and being here in an interview and stuff is like reaching my dreams. It's a great experience, and I'm really excited for it.
When they finally fall back into an execute, with everyone ready to go, they found the openers, they've gone in. Morbs holding for this push, and Moose trying to get cute with it.
Quick volley is Morbs, he hits a headshot on the AWP, but what a blinder. Penny up close.
Playing against Zia Gaming it has always great to play against. They have always been a great opponent to play, and I think we are gonna do better than we did last time, because we have been preparing a lot and we are way more motivated than we were last time because of Pro League and winning MPL and stuff. So we are kind of getting the right mood in our heads, and I think it's gonna be a really good factor to get the win.
Now, one thing we can expect from TeamOne is that they're going to be confident in these type of matchups. One thing we know when it comes to this style of Counter-Strike is that it is very aggressive, like you guys were mentioning, but also plays off these confidence, plays off these momentum we can see going out here.
Well, he said it was a dream coming true, right? So they must put in some heart and effort into this one. And I think, as we spoke about just before, they see an opportunity. They eye, you know, the goal right there that is potentially winning this tournament, or at least go far in it and make a name for themselves. As you said as well, I think it was a great point. You brought it up with MIBR and Furia. They look at one of their old teammates, TRK, right now doing some fantastic job in MIBR. So they must be thinking, okay, if he can do it, he was part of our group, then we can do it too.
Yeah, and if we go back to that Furia timeline, right, they actually together as a team kind of rose up and became one of the top dog, because for most of these teams out there, for most of these players, you usually are singled out of your team as one of the most, you know, potential for whatever it is, an interesting, promising player. Then someone just comes and basically picks you up for a new team. But what if you can do it together as a squad? We've seen Furia done it, but some players, like you said, TRK, Phelps and whatnot, they just left that team to go somewhere else. So for them, it's always such an uncomfortable position to be in. As soon as you start making results, people will be looking at you, picking up your players. It's not easy to survive when you're in that ecosystem.
Yeah, that is the problem, right? That is the thing that struggles some of these other teams, unless they can have a momentous rise as a team up through the ranks. We're going to look at Yeah Gaming next now.
How are you doing with the tone as well?
See, look at that.
Look at that, yeah!
Yeah, give me a bit of yeah.
That kept me out of here. But we do have a couple of Americans winning that lineup, right? And I was surprised to see that. So communication, I guess we can expect that is in English.
We're gonna have to ask them an interview, but yes,
Yeah.
it could be possible they speak English. Yes.
They could just be like maybe Portuguese family as well. They speak the language.
That could be the case.
Come
We
over.
don't
You
really
never
know much about it, no? And that's
we're gonna find out.
Again, to me, interesting, right? Because whenever we see these players, you don't really recognize them by their name. It's not players that has won anything. They haven't played any major tournaments before, or at least made a result in one of those. So coming into this tournament, we talked about it being a window of opportunity for TeamOne, but for these guys, you know, who have, you know, yet to make a mark within the Counter-Strike scene, an even bigger chance.
I mean, we talk about and one of the results that just caught my eye very recently, they actually beat the ex-Cloud9 lineup. You know, one lineup that we are a little bit more used to, the good old OC and JT and whatnot, MOTM. They've beaten them 2-1 in a best of 3, so it's interesting, it's intriguing. And again, we come into this game with an open mind, if I shall say. No preconception, no prejudgment, just basically getting to know these players. I feel like RCF might be a name that I have seen in the past in some of these teams. If I'm not mistaken, he's going to be yielding the big green. He's the main AWP for that roster. And then Duma as well. Must have been a name I heard or read. Maybe some HLTV forum genius just brought him up as a potential replacement or something. We've heard of these players, but we don't really know them.
And that's what we want to do, right? We want to know these guys a bit better. We want to learn more about them. And that's why we were able to talk to Swisher. So let's see what he had to say.
Are they going to boost? Oh, there's a gap. No. Oh, they line up for RCF. They both try to play the gap.
Going into DreamHack Masters Winter, our expectations are the finals. We see ourselves next to Chaos, TeamOne, all these other teams that are in this tournament. We see ourselves making the finals and hopefully winning.
Fastin comes in with a couple, now retrieves an orb, looking for the ace, and you know, it's not impossible. Pixie is low, he's read the situation, he brings it down to a one-on-one. Cobra will be ground, Fastin takes him down.
We think ourselves that we should definitely come out on top here. We think we're the best team in this tournament as a whole.
I love that confidence. I love that fire. We are definitely going to win here. That's what you want to hear before you go up into a game.
All right.
It's another thing getting it done in the server. From that talk, though, from that accent, definitely sounded very American. I'm going to go, they probably are just all speaking English. I was living the dream.
Yes, we'll have to ask them afterwards. But yes, saying that we want to make the finals, and when you look at the other teams around us, we see ourselves, if not as good, then even better. That's confidence right there.
I'll have to take his word for it. But then again, you know, talk the talk, walk the walk. We can have confirmation or not in a couple of minutes.
Couple of minutes indeed. That's what I want to see, though, right? What we're going to get out of these two teams, how we're going to see things pan out from how this veto could go.
It's a complicated
All
one.
7 maps, right, for both teams?
It's very complicated. They play 7 maps, right? And let me just tell you, I told you they've had a couple of series in 2020. They've played 6 different maps between these two teams. So definitely the maps be rotating around. What I have going for me right here is the last veto they had together. So then once we get to the veto, we're jumping the gun here, but we shall see if there is any difference. But it's not a case where, you know, the bans are clear-cut and there's a natural veto and there's a go-to peak. I feel like it's pretty much up in the air.
Never, though. We hear it from a lot of teams, and they say we play 7 maps.
Yeah.
Never seen it, really, in action.
I feel like there's been a few occasions of teams who've been able to master it, but I don't think we can expect these two teams, you know, to play 7 maps at a high level. So, but it does give a little bit of wriggle room in the veto. Vertigo, Inferno out.
I mean, I'm just gonna say it right there. First ban wave, Vertigo and Inferno. Last time these two played, Nuke and Overpass. The bans have changed. The natural bans have changed. This is the state of the situation. We're just discovering as we go. So now I can take my very serious face and say, I think they're going to play this map. But no, I cannot. No, I don't know what maps they're going to play.
I believed you for a second.
Yeah, you thought? It's just about the attitude.
I know. Mirage and Nuke.
You know, you got to have a second like, wait a minute.
done.
Did he really call that one?
Yeah, I got it.
So,
Mirage and Nuke. An open map and a more tactical map. Let's put it that way. I think we have to dumb it down a little bit in the sense that the maps that we are going to see today, Mirage, Nuke, and Dust 2, 2 of them look like each other, whereas Nuke, that's the outlier, you know. You need certain team play, you need good communication in terms of whether or not they're speaking English or Portuguese, but the maps in itself, you know, that gives me a tell that this is going to be a fired-up match where there is a lot of wriggle room for both teams to move around.
I think what's going to be most fun, right, if we do get to Dust 2 as well when it comes to it, you go toe-to-toe on Mirage, then if they call it off and they get their map pick of Nuke, just theoretically speaking, then you come to Dust 2 and you just get this explosive brawl.
We can indeed. And one thing that I've realized from these both teams is that they really, really like the double AWP setup. As soon as they can get it running, they do. So you think about Dust 2 and the potential of it on the CT side, that can be interesting on Nuke. A little bit tricky. I mean, ramp outside, theoretically, you can do try it. You could try. It's not really in the meta. But I agree with you, James. I think Dust 2 as a third map is kind of exciting. It's not the same vibe as Inferno. That's more closed off in the usual. Here we're here for the fight.
We are here for the fight. We want to see the fight. That's what we expect from teams from this region. We saw a bit of it yesterday. And we're going to see a little bit more of it in just a few moments. We're going to be kicking it back to a break, but when we come back, we'll be getting into our opening game here for Group B. welcome back to the DreamHack Masters Winter 2020. We're starting off with one versus yeah. There we go.
Why are you singing?
Because he's happy, because we got a good Counter-Strike coming our way.
You don't know that. You don't know that. You hope we got a good Counter-Strike coming our way.
I mean, I wake up, right?
Can you promise me that it's going to be a good game?
No, I'm not going to promise you that. That would be disingenuous for me, but I promise you that I hope we get a good game.
That's better.
We are here for the fun. We are here for the hype. We're here for Mirage, which we're starting off of here. We spoke about it. Mirage, more of the scrappier map, more of the explosive map that we can see coming out here. We just witnessed Gambit show us a masterclass of Mirage. One of these teams is going to show us how NA get it done.
I can give you a little bit of context between these two teams. So as I said, they play against each other about a month ago for the EACA Cash Cup. They started with Mirage. Ye got away with a 16-6 victory, I believe, with a strong T side. Most of the time, what they used to do is split the A side. You'll see a huge presence towards middle, and you have the two T anchors in apps and ramp being ready to pounce whenever the timing is open. So it was a real problem for TeamOne to block these A splits. So that might be an interesting thing to look for. And also the double AWP. I talked about it. Maluke and Barton, they are going to bring it up as much as they can, and that is going to be an X factor.
That is going to be an X factor. I'm looking forward, though, to seeing, you said about a very one-sided scoreline on that. See if there's any learning from this, right? If they can do it twice. If you can repeat that success, that's legit. But if you end up getting a bit closer, potentially losing the map, then you're in a position where, okay, you got away with a fluke on the first one.
You'd hope they learned, right? You'd hope that they found a way to shut down the mid prisons and by then shutting down the A splits if they are struggling so much dealing with it. But the fact of the matter is that we don't know, right? They haven't played ever since, and it's two teams where we don't really know what qualities the players have. Maybe one of them had a bad stomach that day, and you know had one of those days where it just doesn't go away. Yeah. So it can go both ways, teams. We don't really know. But I am looking forward to learn. I'm looking forward to see some of these players. And what if we could see this game and in a year or two see, okay, there's a couple of players who ended up in MIBR or ended up in Fury for that matter.
We were there.
We were there when it
started. When it all started. We started first.
I love how, like, Jacob gets confused by my singing and says, oh boy, and you just bring out, like, the guy who has the bad stomach.
Could happen. Everyone has bad stomach once in a while. You know that?
Yeah.
It's a relatable experience. It's you connect with the viewers. Everyone has had a bad stomach. You connect. You feel like you share something.
Admit it. You have played a game, you know, where you felt uncomfortable in this region, right? And it's hard to focus.
Yeah, in the same topic, I used to play with Existence, and he would just decide to go to the bathroom mid-game and just let us like organize a pause with the admin. Like, guys, I gotta go, and he just leave, and we'd have to call the pause. But enough of my nonsense.
Know you're saying this?
We are ready to jump into the game. Group B in this NA matchup. It is Yay Gaming taking on TeamOne.
Yeah, not Yay.
Yay! Is that fine for you?
Nope.
God damn it. Really tried my best on that one.
Yeah, don't do that again.
Pimp, go on, give us a go.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was so disappointing.
That was depressing. Wow. Yeah. You got me and Maniac with the big years.
Both of you, be quiet. We got a game on our hand. PRT ready with the USP. So is Pesa. And he's going for the first duel, having a bit of trouble connecting the shots. Thank God for him. He got a teammate. And here we go. The A split to start off.
Not working out for him so far, though. 2 players left alive, but RCF, he's got an idea of how he wants to try and make this work. Problem is his teammate is pinned down just a little bit here, but headshots are still going to be delivered. RCF living the dream. He's even going to try and suffer up Maluk here. Maluki?
Maluki?
I'm going to learn how to say all these names. It's gonna be...
I mean, people are very free to correct us, but we still have a very much open clutch right now. RCF is doing the work. 3 kills already for him. 50 seconds to play with, so they have time. The bomb is just behind them towards ramp. There's no need to stress around, no need to hurry up. Maluki wants to take matters to his own hand, and he takes the shot. A little bit complicated, but the kill go through anyway. It's now only on to Duma with the Glock. Does he know the repositioning has happened? Yes, seems aware of the situation. Waiting for a peek, hoping someone gives him an opportunity, but it's not the case.
Yeah, they don't want to give him an opportunity in this, right? You can get a crossfire going if you want. He expects where the second player might come from. He's going to grab that P250 to look to do some mega damage if possible.
Time is running out, though.
Yeah, he is pressured for time massively. He's going to try and isolate one player here, but instead, he just walks into his crosshair. Headshot delivered, pistol round to TeamOne. And
TRT,
it's a
TRT jungle, USP in hand, double kill. That was quite challenging. When you think about that close distance, we have these kills coming on our screen right here. Not an easy situation to be in. The cross replacement was perfect. Good adjustment as well. RCF really did try his best. And I talked about the A splits, talked about that orientation. We see it coming already from the get-go. TeamOne did a great job at stabilizing the situation. They get away with the first round of this game.
And we got a bit of a pause coming in. Wonder what could it be?
Just trying to find a reason to say yay, but I don't really have one right now.
Yeah.
But this is the saddest yeah I've ever heard. That's like supposed to be a happy word.
Yeah!
See, that's happy. There you go.
You guys are...
Give it some time. With the age, you start to appreciate the little things in life.
How about this? Per kill, depending on which team gets the kill. 1, yeah. 1, yeah.
No, let's not do this. I don't want Jacob to just leave the studio as we are live.
Well, I'm
I thought we were trying to get rid of him.
already close. So you're walking on a thin line right now.
Into the game. Just takes off the headset, walks off.
That's what happens the whole time Jacob's not commentating anyway. He's just gone for a wander again.
He's playing ball with Declan.
He's gone to lose to Declan at whatever their game they were playing.
At least I took the fight up right. I tried.
Yeah.
But I lost.
Speaking of trying, EA are not really trying in that round. It's a full Glock round. I just see a P250 on fast and an Eagle for RCF. Actually, do as well with a P250. I gotta learn these icons. I'm getting my eyes used to it.
You're gonna get you some glasses, man. Don't worry.
It's just about being used to it.
Should be one of those rounds that ends quickly, but none of them are willing to fight, and I guess that's a good sign. You know, you're up against a round where you know you're supposed to win.
You headbutted that one.
Yeah, that sucks.
7 health now left for him.
But again, none of them are taking any peeks they shouldn't be taking. Good flash coming in here. Now he's fighting by himself. Not sure I'm a fan of that. Got back up from PRT. Pesa as well coming in, and as we spoke about, not a lot to do for Gaming. Going down.
He's doing it. He's doing it. We're gonna get him there. We're gonna get him there anyway. It's just a matter of time.
There's no way I'm gonna sing out at any point tonight.
Is that 100%?
That's 99.9.
He's learned. Pimp is no longer 100%.
Let's dive into this first gun round for a second here. We have TeamOne accepting to stay on the MP9 for 2 players. We have a UMP and a FAMAS. This is the definition of a bonus round, so it's going to be interesting to see if they come in with a specific plan. We see Pesa already putting on the charge top mid with the UMP. Not the best weapon to have, and Barton is fighting with an MP9 in about 50 kilometers away from his opponent. There's no way that goes well. PRT with the FAMAS is going to get put in his place instantly by Boo. And just like that, 20 seconds in, a 5v3 for Gaming.
Yeah, came in and said no to 1 because they just didn't have the upgraded weapons.
You're really happy you had that one, right? I'll let you have it. It's all good. I'll let you have it.
How many more can we get? Well, actually, walking away with a kill gets the upgraded AK. That's something to play with now. But it was a bonus round for 1, right? They were sticking on those weapons, knowing that would force up into it with the stronger AKs in play. They won the duels at mid, but a few players were tapped up.
Rotation are coming in.
We got rotation, yes.
There's a chance they could shut down this push. The Swisher coming out, finds the first kill and the second one. That's a nice one. Yeah, it wasn't a wallbang. I'm not sure how he hit that one, but that was a sick flick.
I'm calling the police.
Maniac's trying to understand.
I mean, honestly, I saw the flick, but I thought that would be a wallbang. How is that just a straight-up headshot? That was insane.
Gotta ask Game about that one.
Swisher cleaning the site, and Boo is going to come in, making sure Maluki can't save anything. Bonus round, not going to come through for 1. It started very well for Ye. They punished the aggression towards top mid. We saw a UMP being thrown at them and then an MP9 duel from window. Not the best weapons you want to have at such a long distance. And Ye absorbed that quite easily. We see here the duels being won all long distance.
Yeah, you gotta stay away from the long distance duels when you're working your MP9. That is a nice peek though. Getting to work with the AWP already now. Matthew, you spoke about it. The double op setup, of course, not available right now due to the money situation, but we have seen one player already pick it up a couple of times, and he's been doing good this time around, getting the first kill. And Pesa, well, he wants that gun, and he's gonna get it. He's gonna fall back, and this is all of a sudden a very strong buy. You have an M4, AK-47, AWP, and an MP9. If I'm Gaming right now, I'd be a bit scared.
Are you a fan, though, of like the buy they went for in this round?
Yeah.
Like,
no risk, you know.
Maluk is giving you an answer. I think it puts pressure on the AWP to have that impact, but so far, so good. He's been absolutely stellar, putting his team in such a nice position. Mob's going to come in with the MP9 that was towards Connector. Duma trying to find a timing that doesn't exist. Living now, Swisher and RCF. If they could just put some weapons on the ground, but Pesa is just going to destroy him. That AK was picked up top mid. That is a consequence of Maluk finding the first kill.
It's also going to be a very clean round by the looks of it. Swiss answers back a little bit on towards PRT. That's a single kill going his way, but with 40 seconds left, a Molotov, a flash, and the bomb in hands, seems unlikely that he's going to be able to do something about this. He's going to go fast towards the B bomb side, hoping he can get some sort of a timing off, but he's been hurt now. Rotation are coming in, and all the player on bomb side has to do is stay alive and win the duel, and I think he will. Nope, goes down. There we go.
Okay.
There's a bit of a chance there. Molotov towards Catwalk now. Waiting for the second duel. Is he going to go for the fake plan? Yes, he is. Could lure out a player. Oh, he's smart about it. Now he has to plan, and he will. No, another fake plan. Lures out the player. Almost wins the duel. Nice try, you know. There was no real chance of him winning, but he gave himself a shot and put some economical damage into TeamOne. I was just about to say they're going to survive 5 players, but they didn't. It ended up being expensive for them.
Yeah, he made it costly, right? That was the key thing here. But also, there wasn't a huge cost from the beginning of the round in the first place, in the sense they picked up the weapons to play off with there. So overall, TeamOne coming out way with a big win in that specific duel.
Big win indeed.
Oh,
and there
that
comes
was
the
quick.
sniper. That's RCF answering to Maluki, saying, I can also go ahead and grab these opening kills, and we see the instant redirection coming in from Ye, probably focusing towards B. The logic behind is that you just got one opponent towards the A side, you're hoping for a rotation, you're hoping for your opponent to strengthen that part of the map, whereas you just hit on the other one. We'll see if TeamOne will fall for that. For now, Malbs is taking a lot of information. We see on the mini-map, he's on an adventure. And in about 5 to 10 seconds, if he pushes his luck, he's going to be able to clear the entirety of the map. But opponents are coming back. He could pay the price for the curiosity. Curiosity killed the cat, but it doesn't kill Malbs. He's actually getting away with one and a lot of information.
That's a nice deagle shot from that distance, keeping them in the round and in control of it. 3 versus 4 now. PRT will have to rotate in towards the A bomb side. Still a decent amount of utility left on RCF and View for that matter. And they want to go for this A hit. You can see a top left corner while 2 players from TeamOne is currently located towards the B bomb side. So PRT is all here by himself. In a good position though, if they don't check him, there's a double kill potential. But he has to get 2 kills at the very least.
Yeah, and he needs to make sure he can get some backup over towards him.
It's coming now.
They've got a player ready to cut it off though, if needed. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Dumao, he's there in a good position. And Barton, do you even try and go for this? I would just be saving on to that M4. He wants to stick around for now, but every position is controlled by Yer here. And he's really just stuck.
There's not much he can accomplish or hope to accomplish, besides maybe putting one weapon on the ground if he grabs an exit frag. But no one is giving him the time of day for Ye Gaming. Good round from them.
You got your A-split.
Well, it was more like a reactive A-split, but
Yeah.
I agree with you. We see that focus coming in again. It started with RCF, finding the good opening kill towards A-ramp, and then Malbs. He was being curious. He wanted to push the advantageous position he had. I can understand it, but Ye did a really good job at making sure that he got punished for it. That 1-1 trade left PRT in such a difficult position. Good trade, good utility usage by Ye, making sure that he could not get a single kill. Clean round from Ye. Oh, that was tasty.
That's a good shot. That was a very important shot as well. Wish PRT would have stayed hidden on side, maybe to play the unorthodox position just to give himself a chance of winning, but standing in the open, they had to check him, and they will check him when he's playing default, and I guess he couldn't do much. Another round, scrappy by RCF, missing this time around. Hit a very nice shot last round, missing the easy ones. Well, it's a classic Kenny S type of style. I mean, he is a guy that hits some of the most crazy flicks I've ever seen, but also have a tendency when he's not playing well to miss some of the easier ones. And that's just, you know, how some players play. The harder it gets, the more they shine. RCF may be one of those types. We don't know, but...
I just missed all of them. So
you just missed all of them, yeah?
It's about consistency, boys, right? It's about making sure you know what to expect from a player. If I get an AWP, I just miss all of them.
Explains why you have more kills with the auto sniper than AWP.
Yeah.
Exactly, mate. I need them bullets.
I'm glad we had those stats up. Those are good fun facts. Shaming Maniac's career. Oh, hello PRT. Bit of deagle action at least. We'll net him 1. With RCF being a bit low as well, there is a chance in this. Malbs is going to go for aggression. He's get the information. They've cleared out. This is good. They can play off it. They can maybe rotate one player over if they want to. Malbs is just not going too far, not going deep, but in enough of a position where he can understand what could be playing out here.
Look at the reaction coming in from Pesa. He's just abandoned jungle to go towards the B-bomb side, and that is in itself a consequence of Malbs having that deep information. It looks like Yer are about to fall into a trap, gathering up towards Catwalk. It's only Dumao in the B apps, and the rest of the crew is going to go short. It's about the kills now. PRT with the Deagle will make it one. The trade is in play for Fast, but the M4 is in a good position. Best as well. That's a team tag operation right here. A couple of shots in the belly. Not able to connect. RCF will trade. Maluki though posted with the scout. The punish coming in from him. He's just stayed alive for some reason. Maluki could do it all with the scout.
Oh, he doesn't know. He didn't expect it.
Went to the gym a little bit too much.
His arm was sticking out. Big biceps galore. Malbs can potentially win this, but he's got to deal with RCF, and he was just poised and ready for it, expecting it to come through. And yeah, they get another round, and one came close to making it work. It was a very good round, but the blunders at the end, well, that's what costed them.
Yeah, that was a missed opportunity, I would go as far as say. Right here, yeah, a bit unlucky showing himself, of course, but they had the read, they had the information. Malbs pushing down towards Slope, getting all the information they needed in order to make the correct assumption that they were going towards the B bomb side. I don't like the position though. They didn't play any bait and switch. They didn't play any base setup at all. Had they done that, I think they would have won the round. They took the duel on short. He was so close to getting the kill with M4, but he didn't. This time around though, the USPs are going to do some work in middle, but it's a shooting gallery for RCF and Boo. It's going to be easy for them to clean it up, and I guess the game now, you know, got the nerve that we wanted, but also, yeah, if we have to judge by the scoreline and also judge by the way the game has unfolded so far, they've gotten off to a good start here. Money control, 4 rounds, and by the looks of it, seem to have a good grasp of how to attack TeamOne on the CT side.
I respect what TeamOne tries on these low buy rounds, though, right?
Yeah, there's an idea to it.
They've got a plan. There's an action. They're trying something. You know, like when we just get I will just sit positions, play usual, and you just get popped apart because you really just don't have a chance. You rely on someone to really pop off. At least they're going for a challenge. At least they're trying something to explode onto it. We get bored of these teams that are like, oh, okay, we'll do this. Like even just stack a site sometimes, right? Take the gamble. I'm all down for stuff like that.
They tried it with the pub flash towards middle, but they were absolutely ready to welcome that with open arms. And now we are moving into round number 8 with finally guns, rifles again for TeamOne. They've had a couple of scrappy buys, but now they have the rifles. In terms of utility, just what they need. Arguably, it could have been a little bit better, but that's the consequence of their purchases earlier on. Yay, starting with the most defaulty setup you can possibly have. You have a player that's Boo towards the B-bomb side, and then one form of fasten towards A apps, the rest being middle now, underground being taken. It's basically the basic motions of that, taking that mid control. We talked about in the pre-show, we said Yay Gaming putting a lot of pressure, a lot of resources into taking that control. We see how TeamOne can handle it.
I will say though, already now 7.5 rounds into this game, it's different from what we saw yesterday. You're right when you said, you know, these teams, they're trying to play by the protocols, they're trying to play the team game, flashing for each other, taking map control, playing off each other, with each other, and I like to see this. It's much more enjoyable for a nerd like me to watch a game of Counter-Strike like this, when it seems like the teams are actually trying their best to make the most out of any given situation they're put in. Right now, still 5 vs 5 and only 40 seconds left.
Pim, question. So far, what you've seen here, was it better than what we saw yesterday?
Without a doubt.
Ooh, for real?
Yeah, without a doubt.
It's not just a default and playoff pick and just someone rush forward?
Not at all.
There we go. This is a positive sign already. Group B, more NA life than Group A.
Look at the time, though. Look at the time. It's 18 seconds left, and although the map control had been perfect for Yay Gaming, they took a long time to activate the second step. There's going to be a duel towards A round with the bomb, and everything comes down to it. Somehow RCF gets out alive, but he doesn't even have time to plan.
No.
That is it. So what they did towards mid was correct, but give them 15 seconds more than what they had. They had all the map control, they were ready for the A split that we were talking about so often, but here the time was not enough.
And that's where you sometimes get into those more inexperienced situations, right? Where they've got all the things going well, then they lose control, they lose track of it all, and they don't hit the mark.
We've seen 8 rounds of Counter-Strike so far today, and already twice the time has played a puzzle for one of these teams. Yesterday, I don't think we saw a single round over the course of 3 maps where the time was ever an issue. So yes,
3 maps were 2.
Definitely different than what we're watching today. I like it though. I like it because we're learning a lot about these teams as well. RCF so far has been playing hearts out, been good at finding the opening kills. 107 ADR, 9 kills to his name as well, and maybe... Ooh, that was close. That was very close. Stays calm and almost hit the shot through the smoke. And again, the mid control has been obtained. That seems to be a way they want to play, right? They want to take mid control and by then do a mid-round call and then figure out what to do.
It's interesting that Maluka could have gone for the AWP, but he decided to stick on the AK. He definitely had the money for it. Chooses otherwise. TeamOne just exchanging a couple of bullets. Pessa's going to be in a great danger. Damage is being exchanged. Who will be able to correct? And another one. These are 2 key kills. PRT is going to try his best to pull out the situation. 2 quick kills with the AK. That's what they needed, but Duma acts back. Leaving now Mavs alone on the A side. 2 players isolated from one another with a lot to do.
It was a bit scrappy at that time, but yeah, came on top. Dumal now needs to make sure he can hold on to this advantage. They've got the CT split up. That's the positive here. Bartin still expecting there's potential for someone to sneak on into that B site, but it's a heavy A focus from... Yeah, oh no. Oh, Mal's in a great spot. He gets 1, he gets 2. He's looking for the third as well. It's close, but not close enough. Swisher deals with him. Now he's got to get the plant down. But this will allow Bartin to get a bit of a rotate on go. And he's going fast. He's going furious, but he stops. And actually gives Swisher time to get into CT spawn. He'll be on the ramp for now.
He knows he has to be CT spawn. He knows he has to be CT spawn because he's been locked in on that left. There's going to be a peek coming in, and he bestes him. Swisher tried to surprise his opponent. That's the only reason I can see. He probably didn't expect him to peek so fast, but you know what? Barton was absolutely ready.
I would say, though, if you're going to do something like that and you want to surprise him, you don't walk it, you know? You explode into it.
I know what you mean.
You go faster, yeah?
You want a fast peek.
He kind of just went in like, I'm checking, I'm not sure, I'm checking. What he should have done if you want to do is just swing on it and shoot.
He might have been surprised by how quickly his opponent was in here, but then again, you should expect it.
No, it's easy
like
to rotate over, yeah.
So, a little bit of a mistake here by the poor EA player. TeamOne using that opportunity. It was a 3v5 for them, and it started with PRT finding the double kill. And again, the man that I mentioned strikes first. That's Boo out of the picture. Early a 5v4.
Not the start yeah would want here. RCF just scoping around. He wants to be given a chance to get an advantage. They'll at least fight back in this. PRT can just tuck himself away in window and chill as that smoke is still there. Though mid control again is definitely the focus for Yeah. Oh no. Oh no, just cleared. They didn't take the shot at him. He puts the incendiary grenade down. He's going for the fight. He's able to get another one. So 2 kills for PRT. He's got the information there.
Absolutely job done. He's done enough. He's grabbed 2 kills for his team, plus a lot of information. RCF is ready to punish that peek coming in from Catwall. Pessa cannot afford it. RCF is here for the punish. And that could have been the kill they needed. Looks like the bomb is still posted towards the beginning of B apps. Yay Gaming unsure as to how they want to operate. Quickly for Maluke. And Mavs once again pushing. Do they hear each other? They don't. But there is an assumption. TeamOne must know that the B bomb site will be under attack. Mavs has pushed the entirety of the map towards A and has seen no one. So Barton has nothing to do but wait. Being patient, lingers with the AK and the first heads fly in, but he cannot connect somehow. He's got players all around him. Spray control is not enough, but Mavs is right on his foot.
If Yeah get away with this, they are so lucky. There we go. Maluki comes in. Time's not on their side. They don't want to fight for it. He might.
No time.
No,
it's okay.
he doesn't go for it.
That could have been horrible.
That was so back and forth. That was so scary for both sides at different points within this round.
What a play by Maluki, though, in a 2 versus 2. Pressure's on, 10 seconds left. He just jumps out of the window and hits that shot with the AWP. Follow up on his great start to the round as well. Right here, we see it. The bump, well, he has to stop planning. And at that point, even though he dies straight after, there's simply not enough time. So, well played by him. And good to see TeamOne as well. They take a timeout despite winning a round. They're well aware they're desperate close. You know, now they need to calm down, figure out how to approach the next couple of rounds, maybe get a read on the opponent's money. And again, I think we're showing right now a team that is, you know, at least more thoughtful than the 2 teams we saw yesterday.
The CT side is already much better, as Elliot is gracefully telling us. The last time these 2 teams met, TeamOne won exactly 6 rounds, the entirety of the map. So they've already done better. I told you guys in the pre-show that Yay had won 11-4 on their T side. So things are looking different this time around. Still focused heavily towards middle. We talked about the focus coming in from the Brazilian/US of Yay. The US of Yay. Oh, that's my favorite joke of all time now.
The US of Yay. Yeah!
The most US name possible.
Yeah! America! Bim's gonna lose his mind. So yesterday he hated the CS, now he's gonna hate us.
I didn't hate the CS yesterday. I think it was entertaining, but it wasn't pretty. Nobody can argue that.
It was wild. And speaking of wild, if you see the purchases coming in from Yay, there is that one AWP on Dumao. To me, the one absolute X factor of that game. He's posted for now towards B apps.
But don't you want to put that in the hands of RCF, who's been doing so well finding those opening kills so far with
True.
I think that's a bit of a misplacement, but maybe he has a plan. He has confidence we don't know about. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Two players are located towards the B bomb side. Barton again. With an MP9. Oh, close to being cutting off guard. PRT as well. And there we go. Pesta finds a kill, and now they have to stand tall on the B bomb side. Are they going to go for it? Yeah. Looks like it.
Not exploding just yet. Slowly working their way forward. Barton could put in some huge numbers and make some big bank. He's getting it done. 3 quick headshots. And, well, Dumao, he's coming through the smoke, so that was just unfortunate. An AWP upgraded, a big win, and all that money made, that's true bank.
Not only does he make max cash with that MP9 action, but also he's granted an AWP coming in from the heavens. In thy hands, an AWP shall come to you. It's a very famous poem.
Wait, which poem is that?
I'll tell you. I have the book. I'll give it to you later.
Yeah, nice man.
A book?
Can't wait. Do you read?
I read, I write, I play.
You sing, I've heard.
I try, I dance.
God. Malps with an MP9. He want to do his Barton dig last round, pushing in towards AFs here.
Ooh.
Flash is coming in.
Oh no!
Perfect timing from Fast.
Why is his teammate not looking?
Maluki failed a critical shot, and that allows Pesa to die, but here he comes through with the second. Boo, perfect trade. And it's just Trade City right here. 3 versus 3 in about 7 seconds. 2 versus 2, actually. 3 kills each. And we have the rotation coming in. CT spawn. Bart's going to use that flash. That's perfect teamwork. RCF just avoided it. And now the 1v1. He's got the information and the kill. Headshot onto PRT. Great job by RCF.
That is why you give him the AWP. You mentioned it, Pimp, right? You would have liked it on that round where they were ecoing for him to be the one with it in his hands. Maybe that he's just showing them why. Like, yeah, give it to me all the time.
Yeah, I think he made a good case as to why you need to drop the AWP to him. It's like simple and Navi, right? You don't want to see him on a deagle when, I don't know, Flame is running around with an AWP.
But you mean, you're talking about the Zeus days, aren't you? Where it's like, he would have an AK and Simple just be there on a Glock.
I feel like we've seen some weird stuff in Navi. But hopefully those days are over. Maluki's off to a good start as well with the AWP at 12 fracks so far into the game, but this round is so important as the money is not looking good for TeamOne.
Oh no.
Getting the entry though, that's gonna help them out massively, and it's like this game never set right. It's going back and forth all the time. None of them have been able to take over control fully of the financial situation, and by all means, it's exciting.
Yeah, teams don't give up. Sorry, you know they force into it as soon as they can have an AWP. They just go for it, and so far so good. Maluki once more creating opportunities, deciding rounds on his own, finding 2 kills early, with just 1 minute to play now. Yay Gaming, not exactly in an advantageous position at all. Sure, they have the rifles. Looking at the utility, 2 Molotovs, 1 smoke on Swisher, and that's it. So there's going to be very little creativity that can be brought to the table. I see a smoke being deployed towards B window, a couple of flashes, hoping maybe that creates a rotation for Fast, but it's going to be complicated.
It is going to be complicated. Fast in, sneaking around, slowly going forward with it. If he can get an element of surprise on go here, that could be huge, but Maluki, he's well aware. He was waiting for it. Barton's going to do a nice bit of damage as well. Even the player on the site has been dealt with. And that is a solid hold in the end. TeamOne get an 8th.
Yeah, that was a great round by Maluki, finding 3 AWP kills, and the fashion he did, right, the first pick right here. Reposition, finds a new one. Reposition, finds a new one towards B. Great job by him, and in a round where they only had the AWP, 1 aim for, and then 3 pistols. That was so important for TeamOne. You said it last time, Maniac, they got 6 rounds overall. Now they're at 8, and they have by far been looking like the better team here on the CT side. Been able to shut down Year Gaming. Maluki shooting Galloway in towards middle together with PRT, and this round, that's going to be another one towards the CT side, most likely. I'm having a hard time seeing how they're supposed to win with this one. Bomb is down in middle as well. We're talking miracles now.
Good flash. Nothing to do for Fastlane but to cry and I feel like we need to give a lot of praise towards Maluki because, again, he's been so impactful. He's been saving his teams, winning rounds on his own, really, allowing his teammates to grab weapons, one-man army and whatnot. He's been doing it all. He's sitting on 16 and 7. It's actually a duel of the AWPs. RCF is answering back, but it's an interesting duel.
Yeah, and talking about the AWPs, Maniac, you got your double up setup now for the first time in the game. Yeah.
Triple, wait, is that a triple? That is a triple AWP, my friend. They are 3. Pesta is the 3rd one.
Well, there we go. It's going to be interesting to see how that's going to pan out. So 2 M4s, 1 AK.
No, yeah.
FAMAS.
The FAMAS in there.
No M4s, but 2 rifles. And it looks like they want to exploit towards the B bomb site. That could be a bit of a problem. If you have to retake B with 3 ops, you don't want that.
Well, Barton is going to be the first line of defense with this. He misses the... Oh, no, he hits the shot. Ooh. And he nearly hits the second one as well. PRT's gone down, and Barton, who can't AWP on this team? Ooh. He's going for these flick shots. It's getting so close. He put up a good defense, but is it enough? Pesadello. He's come around the side. He's got Malbs backing him up. They just missed Swisher.
And no one is covering Catwalk right now. No one is covering Malbs. He's been undetected.
Oh, wow.
He could decide it all. It is actually holding for him. The FAMAS will not be able to best Swisher. Now 2 versus 2. Some information out there. Pesta with the sniper through the wall, not be able to connect. Flash the hand. You don't want to have that. Goes to Mortal Combat, switching up to the Deagle, looking for the target. Finish up in the back. That is so unfortunate. Maluki will not come through this time around. 6th round for Ye. Quite a competitive first half.
It was a competitive first half. It was a bit of back and forth in there as well, but TeamOne just have the advantage. It's 9-6, and we're going into a break.
Now it's time to give it up. You could be
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Team One now moving on over to their T side, and they have to take down Yeah. Yeah, were able to battle back a little bit in it. There was a lot of back and forth rounds. There's a lot of close rounds in here. But overall, this is a better brand of NA Counter-Strike than we have seen. It is also a closer style from the very get-go.
Yeah, they just couldn't handle Maluki. 6 for 6 in opening duels in the first half, doing a fantastic job. And we see another A-split right here coming in from the pistol. Swisser answering first.
GT pistols popping off, but it's not working out for him. A fair few missed shots. Swisher's now going to be pressured, but I love that. He backs away, he's playing it smart, but Dumao, he's ready and waiting. They did not expect that. He sat on the stairs, and he put himself in a much better position. Now, can they force their way in? PRT, he's got the P250, and he's looking to do some damage. He spots out one, instant headshot delivered. He's looking for more. He can definitely hear him, but he can't get it done. He's sideswiped at the last minute, but Malves is trying to put up the best fight that he can. 2 versus 1, and Dumao, well, he might be doomed now. Oh, too many angles.
Okay.
He's got Honky. He's got no kid. Deep breath in. I don't think he can do it whatsoever. Maluki is going to put him down, but a great style. Point for style.
Yeah.
Point for style. Absolutely a good ace pick coming out of Team One.
I honestly just didn't expect that. I was just like, he's going to get just destroyed, pushing into that, and then wing.
And the flick was sick.
Look at it. Look at it.
I wonder if Team One are playing together from the same facility or same apartment, because Maluki is definitely sitting next to someone he's fist bombing every round. So at least some of the players are sitting
Better
together.
Hope he's not alone in his room fist bumping the wall. Or
that would
like
be that would be the play though. That would be the play.
Do you give yourself high five when you're streaming, Pimp?
Yeah. Yeah.
He does it to the webcam every now and again.
All the time.
Gotta give yourself some love. Yay, though, not willing to admit defeat. They're going in this round with a full purchase again. 4 players towards the A-bomb side. Great opening by Dumao, answering as well. That's fasting with the Deagle. Things get complicated for Team One. Do they realize how many people are in front of them? PRT doesn't seem to care, but Fast doing the work with the Galil. Pesa found himself an opening through window, and it turns into a very uncomfortable situation for this RCF. He's got the right ID, but does he have the shot? 1 hit in the belly, 2nd hit in the belly. T down.
Belly. It does hurt to get shot in the belly. Not gonna lie, tried it before, or not, but Maluki now finds himself in a 1 versus 3, and this is definitely not what Team One they wanted. They wanted to convert, they wanted to get off to a good start, but so far, that doesn't seem to be the case. If there's one player you want in a situation like this right now, it is Maluki, and look, right now he's sneaking his way into the B bomb site, and there's no one to defend it. Him getting the bomb plant, that could be enough.
Why is there no one at B, though, at all?
Maybe it's a mentality of we just want to play it together, and if he goes B, we're going to retake it 3 against 1, and you can play the numbers in that scenario, but let's say you put a player towards the B bomb site. Good dive. There we go. The short player is coming in, though, or what? Maluki?
Him. Yeah.
3 bomb plants, this.
He checked the whole site. The plant's certainly going to help, but now he's in a rough spot. He goes in for the fight, tries to tag him up. Can't quite frag him up. Nade going out as well, but he's just not finding any success with it. Only a little bit of chip damage to play with. Oh, he might get away with a push here. It's going to come down to timing. He sprays them. They line up for him, but RCF is there. There was so much potential with that lineup. Luckily, RCF with the scout. He's the sniper man that's been delivering for He does come in to make sure he goes down.
It got dicey for a second. It got dicey. We could see Maluki with that double spray down with the Galil, but RCF was already on his trail. But Fastin, the man that we have on our screen right here, was a difference maker for me, winning that duel with the Deagle in the A apps, picking up the Galil, adding another one to the tally, pushing Team One away from the A side. And with that, EA are still got some life in them. They want to fight back. The force buy obviously is coming in from Team One, because if there's one thing we know about these teams, that they do not want to give up. Absolutely not. Everyone is purchasing again, and it starts with a great headshot. PRT with the second one. The Deagles are making the difference. 5v3 from the get-go.
Okay, I'll take it. Like, we were talking about the force-ups, and I'm thinking, all right, eventually you're going to stop at a point you can't force out with it. It wasn't even the AK. They don't even need that right now. Just swinging Deagles in their face.
And when they do something FPL style, right? When they do some free-for-all style of play, they do it together. That's what I like to see. Maluki now sneaking his way up to the A-bomb side. And it's been abandoned, but look at that. The rest of the team is over towards the B-bomb side. He must call the rotation, and I think he will now.
Yeah.
slowly but surely falling back here. He got the entirety of A bomb site by himself. Now he needs to stay alive, though. He cannot give it up.
What is going on with Yair and the... Okay, I understand what you said, Pim, about they want to stick together, right? They don't want to give them chances. But unless they're planning to just save as soon as this happens, they shouldn't have given up the A site that easily.
No, that is a different round than the round previous, you know. The previous round was a 3v1 where I agree with you. It wouldn't cost anything to have someone in a defensive position to
just to look and then pull back,
right,
yeah.
That could be a thing. But in this case, I kind of actually agree with the 3v5. You might as well just put everyone on the same side. If they come, you have an actual legit shot at winning the round. And if they don't, you'll be able to carry over that M4, that AUG, and the MP9 moving on to the next round. So I can understand the idea. I actually even agree with the protocol in place. Good response from TeamOne, though. I'm looking at the weapons that they've been able to carry over. So far, it's just an AK. Is there not another weapon?
No, that AK was one they brought into the round. They haven't picked up the weapon that was on the floors yet. Remember, they took the kills,
right,
and then they went straight back to B. So if anything now, you pick up these extra weapons, you send the people who are still stuck on Deagles to try and hunt down some more of these. Malbs actually is one of the guys with the weapon. He's just going to go out to his death, sadly. Oh, no! Fasting. He's well away. He says, come on, hunt me. Give me some frags.
There's no need for that, right? There's no need of that. Yeah, they're going to buy next round no matter what. They're saving 3 guns, and as for TeamOne, well, it would have been nice to survive all 5 players and build up some bank, build up some economy, but now that's not the case. Of course, they take in a couple of weapons to the next round, but they have to buy and invest a lot into this round as well, so if they were to lose the next one, then that's over. Those are some naughty, naughty Deagle shots.
Although we were being lied to here. It looks like that player right here has double
both,
kill. Definitely not. He definitely did not have one of these, but it looked really cool on the camera.
That's what it's all about.
Exactly, that's what it's all about. Full purchase again coming in from Yay Gaming this time around. Aggression towards middle. Maluki good with the Galil. Fast is quick on the trade. 1-for-1 situation favoring the T side. Meanwhile, the B bomb side is under attack. With the Deagle, that's a quick headshot to PRT's face. Able to jump and hide behind the smoke. Now Boo is helping out with the scout as much as he can. This poor teammate hiding in the edge of the smoke, somehow still alive. How does he do it?
How did he get away with those kills? Paciadello is so passive that it doesn't even matter what he can do in this one because he was overwhelmed, he was overrun. Insanity just struck TeamOne in the face with a big yeah.
I feel like TeamOne, whenever they got the idea, they got the impression that they have the upper hand in terms of weaponry. They play a very fast, one-dimensional type of Counter-Strike, which is really the philosophy of we're gonna put you down and give you no chance. But I much prefer them taking the time, you know, kind of pondering the options, looking at evaluating the situation, who's where. It's been twice now that TeamOne have completely rushed the side that was strengthened by the defense, and they pay a heavy price for it.
They showed us they can play this slow type. They showed us they can play together as a team, but they want to brute force their way in towards this bomb side once again. The mouse says no, so does Swisher. 2 good kills, and there's now only a Galil in play for PRT, and he's about to go down as well. As Bardin getting a single kill before he was taken out of the duel, but a 2 versus 4 now. This doesn't look like a round where there's a lot of hope for TeamOne. They were looking in control, at least they had the chance to take control, but missed both of those couple of opportunities. Now they're moving towards the B bomb side. PRT has to do the work with the Galil. Can't quite find the kill, and there we go. Oops, with 1, and that will be it, 11-9, and that's 2 good rounds in a row here for Year Gaming. They will have to take the first save now. You cannot keep forcing if you're TeamOne.
Yeah.
And this is the golden opportunity for Year. They can get back into the game and potentially even take the lead if they play their card right.
Now, my question, guys. Today, we've seen a lot of Galil usage.
Right.
Are we missing something? Am I missing something?
Probably that these people are way more skilled than we were in our time. That would be my one conclusion, right? Because to be fair, if
it had a buff a while ago, though, right?
But the 1 bullet accuracy of the Galil is not too bad. It's just, are you good enough to make sure the second bullet connects as well? And it really takes aiming, it takes mechanical gift.
It's the spray run.
Right, it's quite complicated. It's not really a weapon that I've come to master, but the 2 bullet potential is quite high on the Galil. So, you know, skilled players, ton of them now out there on the internet, yielding that big weapon. Speaking of big weapon, TeamOne have none really to play with. A couple of upgraded pistol. We know what's the rule for these rounds. It's about making damage, about putting some rifles on the ground, making sure your opponent has to reinvest some sort of money into the next round, not helping them open these Swedish bank accounts, because we know we got them banks.
That's why we keep borrowing all your money.
Yeah, I would like to get back these $50,000, by the way.
Nope. Straight no. Straight no, like Yeah is saying to TeamOne. Moles, he's able to do a bit of damage. Actually, Bew needs to be slightly careful, but he's got backup there. So overall, they weren't really tested, only losing one player. Money's good enough on him anyway. And this is where actually Yeah can build some sort of a bank to work with. Maluki slowed down a little bit coming into the second half, but it shouldn't just be about him. TeamOne need to show us their team performance. They need to show us this T side, because these rounds where they've spent so much time forcing up, going back and forth, has really cost them.
It sure has, and I obviously don't know how confident Maluki feels with the AWP on the T side, but I'm a little disappointed he's not going to be able to afford it in this round. I think he's been doing such a good job on the CT side that it would be nice to see if he can do it on the other side.
Okay.
Pesta says no, that was a nice kill towards RCF, and that's a good opening right here. They're going to explode in towards the A-bomb side now.
I love that though. Fastin decides to back away. He's going to reposition. He doesn't want to stick around. He knows what's about to come down. The A site will be under control of TeamOne. But yeah, they've got some good ideas on this, but they're continuing the aggression. It's a flash in, but only one player went for it. They're kind of just giving that one away, and Fastin's reposition has worked out massively here. He's got backup from Swisher as well. He's just lining them up, shutting them down, putting them on the floor, putting them in the grave. As TeamOne, they had the perfect chance to get into the A site, and they may not even get the bomb down.
They try to go for the aggression. They try to put the second difference in. But EA Gaming had exactly the amount of bodies needed towards CT spawn. I think the flashes were a little bit missed in that scenario. Swisher had too easy of a time. Same goes for Fastin, and Pesta left wondering what the heck just happened. A few seconds ago, we were 5v4, and now just me, myself, and I with that 1 versus 3. Exactly. I mean, if you want to, welcome to sing and dance. I don't mind it.
You said me, myself, and I. It just came straight to my head.
Reasonable. I understand, James. I understand.
Yeah, many people won't understand if they're not old like us.
Hey, there's really no need for that. Okay, we're having a good time. We're between friends. Why do you need to, throw that in my face? Like, Counter-Strike goes beyond the age, transcends the generations.
We should do a Twitch poll right now of the average age of our viewer.
That would just be
depressing for us.
For me. I don't need to know that. I don't need to know that. I just need to know that I'm in. I'm still young. I'm still enjoying the game. And you know who's enjoying the game right now? It's EA Gaming. They just got away with a very key round. Remember, it all started with Pesta winning that duel against RCF's AWP towards AAPS. I thought that was it. I thought that was a kill they needed. I had no idea how he could get away with it, and then the A execute comes into play. And when they try and take the CT spawn, they pay such a heavy price.
It was all on Fastin, right?
Right.
He repositioned. He didn't want to stick around in jungle. He goes to CT spawn straight away. He knows a big hit's coming in, and they push for it, and it still didn't work out. Here we go. The two Americans went a combined 1-8 in opening duels in the first half. Map 1, John G. Cosplay. Oh my god.
That's just unfair.
That's just bullying.
Why you gotta do him like this? That's just nasty.
The John G. Cosplay. I like John G as well, man. In that interview, he was legit. He didn't hold back.
Real.
Yeah, he did keep it real. Maybe too real, you know.
Sometimes you gotta put some nice color on it, right? Give it a good spin. Like, let us believe. Let's think that there's something to it. You guys are gonna power through together, be a big family. He had none of it.
Well, I thought like after the Beijing win, it was like, okay, I'll keep it going. And it's like, nope, our org is still screwing us. We are in a bad spot. It's like, well, okay.
Well, speaking of bad spot, TeamOne right now seeing their advantage completely dwindle away from them. We see again a one-man army AWP being purchased. It's Pesta yielding it towards the A ramp. Wondering why Maluki isn't on the task, but that's what they decided. Maybe using the spawn. It's a warning shot, but it's a big tell. Swisher finding a kill towards mid, but a good trade, good spacing for mobs.
He should have expected that though. You go in for the first kill, he just looks away straight away. Wonders why he gets a Deeg bullet in the head.
But what can TeamOne do about it? There is a weapon to be collected down middle, but that would mean taking another map control out of space. And maybe they just want to keep it simple, keep it tight. So far, Ye have elected to strengthen that A-bomb side. We see a double push coming in the A ramp. That's going to give them a lot of information. So it's a race against time, for one. The longer they spend, the more obvious it is how they're playing. Fastin is going to get... Pesta just reacted quicker than I thought he would. Key kill, but do they know two other players are here?
He's soon about to find out. Is he going to get away with it? Not at all. He did the first one, but not the second. Bew is now on ramp as his teammates are going to be falling around him. Bew needs to put up a heavy defense in somewhere. He needs to bide himself the opportunity for RCF to get involved. They're now outnumbered, but they do still have a fight in it until that happens. Bartin, headshot delivered. He was ready and waiting for it. He was willing to take that challenge. Bomb gets planted, and RCF. Oh, nice headshot landed. But he's just going to fall back. He gets dinked back himself, 13 health, and he doesn't want to stick around for this. We're going to see TeamOne pick up a 12, finally bouncing back.
That one really came through harsh skill for TeamOne, because you look at the map, and then if you'd be a gambling man, I'll ask you, what do you think TeamOne's chances are into this round? You see 3 CTs all packed up towards the A side. You think that's it, they're done for. But the skill, it starts with Pesa finding a quick scope that he shouldn't have, and then the great headshot towards A ramp with the AK. TeamOne really fought for that one. I like how you know, proactive they are. They're trying to go for the information. They are not afraid to group up and kind of break the rules of Counter-Strike. They're thinking a little bit outside the box, and it is refreshing to see. Shot Kamal, and he continues to give it with the AK towards the A side. 12-11 could not be closer than that.
Now, can TeamOne chain some rounds together here? Because of how scrappy and back and forth it's been, there's not massive amounts of money on Yare, and they've invested for the double AWP setup, which means it can be expensive. And Pesadillo, he's been the slow one. He's been the last one alive most of these rounds. He just explodes into connector. It's only going to get him 1 kill, but it's a different pace brought out here from TeamOne. Fast in, back on the ramp. He found success here last time. He's got Swisher to back him up. They're going to try and regain some control on A site. They want to try and put some numbers in their favor, but instead, lots of AK bullets coming out towards them. They're ducking and diving, but they're just getting it tapped down. Swisher was also seen. He's still trying to sneak it. Oh, he's getting away with it. PRT unexpecting of it all.
How is he still alive? How is he still alive? Swisher's been a ton of damage. Finally gonna get taken out by Mouse's Deagle, leaving Duma and RCF double AWP setup. Good start for Duma. It's what you'd hope for, but his teammate, his compatriot, got taken down by Barton, and so does Maluki. 13-11. Is TeamOne about to pull ahead in this game? Are they taking control? Are they taking their destiny in their own hands?
That was the breaking point. I'm afraid no money to play with for Yare Gaming right here.
No money, no funny.
No money, no funny, Maniac. You're finally about to learn it.
Gonna learn today.
Well, we do know you have a Swiss bank account, so I'm sure you got plenty of money hidden out there, but Yare Gaming, they're running out.
That's ours. Not his.
Nobody watching anyway, but Yare Gaming, I guess they feel they would like nobody to watch right now because they're in deep, deep trouble. Barton, though, he's going to see a lot of action towards A-Ramp, and I think that's going to be the easiest kill of his career. Yes, sir. There we go. They have a golden opportunity to put themselves up 14-11.
I've missed some of these kills.
You have?
Yes, I have.
I have never missed any of those kills. Right, James?
I was going to say, if he did miss one of those kills, Pimp 100% jinxed it.
Probably.
99.
see, there's the 99.
This round, there's not a lot to work with for Yare Gaming, but...
They're still pushing.
Yeah, well, we're going to die in a second.
Ooh, come on, Barton. Don't toy with your food. Put an end to it quickly. Eat it all up. Oh, Maluki just ran straight out to his death. There's Bew there as well.
Uh-oh.
They don't know his position. They definitely don't want to allow him to get a weapon. He's just been spotted. He should be able to deal with him, but he's also going to get pushed. Oh!
It's all good. Everything is under control. It's about cleaning crew, cleaning duty for TeamOne. Barton, you have, obviously you don't know it, but I know you have an opponent in front of you. And this
wow. That could have been close.
I feel like someone getting Zeus is my favorite sound of all time in Counter-Strike.
Oh.
My favorite sound of all time.
Oh. I've done it once. Not gonna do it again. Oh.
See? I got it. You don't know, but they actually hired me to do the sounds. My voice here in the game.
Uh-huh.
That's actually not true. Don't put that kind of message out there. But enough of my shenanigans. Yay have to fight for their life now. Backs against the wall. They're gonna come in with the big purchase. The round they've lost previous, they had the double AWP. That is not an option right here. So it's only gonna be an RCF. Usually he starts with window. Some rotations towards A. He can sometimes start B apps if he feels like that's needed, and I do believe that's what he's doing right here. He's going towards that B apps, and he's gonna get boosted. That's one of the tricks that they have. TeamOne's got none of it anyway. Taking mid control once more, that's one of their favorite move. We see Maps taking some distance, taking some space. So far, so good.
Swisher, though. He's aware that they've got some mid control here. He's gonna have a look out, make sure no one's getting boosted up in that window. So much ground has been gained here for TeamOne already. Bew just playing off the jump spot. he's not going to see anything anytime soon. Fastin needs to be oh so careful. I don't think they realize how close to connector they are. The push coming through, they're straight away clearing out jungle. Fastin's able to get it done. Swish is there to back him up as well. He came from the window area, and the spray out's coming in from Pesadello, but it's not going to work out for him. This is going in Ye's favor. They've held on, they've held strong. And it was an explosive push by one, and even though it didn't look like it had been red, it's that hold on. They managed to get it done.
Yeah, that was a nice defense by all the players, I would say. Fastin in a good position. He's been very impactful, I feel, especially here in the second half. Good at getting the kills and then staying alive. He doesn't overextend. He doesn't go for duel number 2 and number 3 when he's not supposed to, and I like to see that. I like to see some of these players play smart Counter-Strike. We didn't see much of that yesterday, but we do today, and we do have a good game on our hands right now. Both teams have money to play here, 14-12, but that could be the breaking point for TeamOne. After this one, they're running low on cash, so a lot of pressure is being put on this round.
The AWP server, and it starts with Dumao, opens up, and RCF puts another one on the board. We talked about the possibility of a double AWP setup for both teams, and so it shines for Ye. They've now put their opponent on the back foot. Barton may be finding a timing. Does he know how much of a leeway he's got? Probably not. We see main rotation coming in from Ye through CT spawn. The line, one side, 2 CT spawn baiting for each other, which means the middle of the map is wide open. What do you do with it? Fastin toying with his opponent. A couple of bullets exchange, and he's going to pay the price of his life. PRT takes Dumao, leaving now Boo alone. 1 kill, a second one would be key, and that is done. He's made the job. He's done what he had to do. Barton will find a kill towards RCF. RCF? That's an interesting way to take it.
They've made it expensive for him, though, at least. No matter what happens with Barton going down there, we'll grab the 13th round. Damage has been done. Weapons were taken away. They didn't save over either of the AWPs, guys. No sniper in play. Problem is here, the one doesn't have much money either, which now potentially puts us in for a round that could go 14-14. We're seeing a Tech 9, a flash, bit of armor on PRT.
They are taking the L on that one. Limited purchase.
Ooh, limited purchase. No warps though for and they relied on that to find success. Oh, RCF's looking to make some serious bank with this one. They're all coming out, but he'll only get one for all his troubles. Trouble came his way, and he was not ready for it. Swisher smokes himself off. He wanted to keep a look down on the underpass.
Think about the amount of information his teammate found in the underpass, right? He saw at least 3 opponents in front of him. So that's a lot of information for EA Gaming. Now TeamOne have recovered an MP9. Not exactly the weapon of choice if you want to take these duels long distance.
Yeah, and on the player with 4 health?
That might want to give that to someone with a little bit more HP, maybe.
Give it to Maluki. Because
he doesn't have a Kevlar, though. Spraying without the Kevlar, the punch might not be the move. Speaking of move, Boo is hiding in a sandwich position with Fastin acting as a bait. That's the pure bait and switch setup. We'll see if TeamOne have anything to offer.
If they got anything, it'll have to be now. Otherwise, I'm gonna wait. We're gonna see a 14-14 scoreline. Boo with 1, 2, and almost making it a 3rd kill right here. Fatson staying alive towards CT spawn, and all he has to do now is wait for his teammate. Maybe win the duel. Not go down like that. That's a mistake. PRT with a nice kill, and here we go. 2 versus 2. Dumao, he's out of position. If he loses this, they're losing it.
What?
Oh no.
Oh, hello, Dumao. That's a nice one. This might give them the chance they need. Maluki doesn't have the armor. We already touched on this. This could be a huge pickup for Maluki. He's going to go out into it and just walks into his crosshair. He was probably assuming maybe it's going to come from CT instead. Tried to put himself in a better spot. But the damage done to there was like...
That was expensive.
Yeah, but almost borderline unacceptable. They were in such a good spot. They were just taking some fights one by one that they could not win, especially on that ramp.
Dumao really dug them out of a deep, deep hole right
Yeah, if he didn't get the one through the smoke as well, imagine.
Indeed. That could have been a very uncomfortable 2v1 for him to go up against. So Ye is going to be all happy and content to make it a 14, but really the fashion is not here. They should have had that one a little bit more clinically. But PRT did the best he could with the recovered M4. And now the tactical timeouts come in from Ye.
Who won this last time, you guys said?
If I'm not mistaken, Ye won 16-6. But you know what? As I'm saying, I'm going to go and double check because I don't want to be lying to the good people of Counter-Strike. I have a feeling that Ye actually won it, but I could be extremely wrong.
Aimed higher. Malbs is third for headshots per round and fourth for headshots in World CS this year. Damn.
It was a 16-6 victory for Ye. I thought I had it.
So Ye got it before very convincingly with that kind of scoreline. TeamOne looking better right now.
You guys heard about the new project the former MIBR coach Det is about to
launch, right? God, what's this?
Taco and those guys. Apparently Duma is rumored towards that lineup, so he has to be part of that with Fur, Taco and so forth. So
really?
There's some potential in that young guy. I think they should look at Maluki, because he's been playing hearts out so far in this series. That is a good kill from RCF though, pushing underground with an AWP. That's not an easy pick to make.
Look at the reaction. Look at the reaction from Maluki. He's heard the AWP into underground, realizes no one is going to go up against him, at least from window, so he takes the map control. Boo. And his compatriot RCF now pulling back towards the B-bomb side. They're not aware of the bomb being up there, obviously. Still a very stale 4 versus 4. More than a minute to play with. Map control has been gained by TeamOne, but what do they do with it? They still have Barton towards the app.
No.
Pjarty trying to take the duel, but Duma stands strong. Now, a lot of pressure onto Duma. He finally gonna get taken down by Barton and his lurk. There is Farstin towards CT spawn, and he's been immaculate so far.
Malbs has put himself in a great spot as well. He wants someone to jump through. He needs not move at this point though. RCF gonna quietly go by. Little does Malbs know he's in a position which could really turn the tide of this game.
No smoke on the T side though, so how are they supposed to plant the bomb here? That's going to be incredibly tough.
Like this. Oh no. Someone covering him. No. Oh, errors. Errors were made. That is not what you want to see. You said about the smoke pimp. Barton's going to do as best he can. It's not going to be enough. Yeah, we'll pick up the round. It was looking so good for one.
And what unlocks that 3v3 is RCF punishing Mabs, who was trying to backdrop behind CT spawn, and RCF was in position waiting for that peek, waiting for that move. And as soon as he gets the kill, we know the 3 versus 2 falls in favor of the CTs. That kill was very important. We see here Fast finding a very easy, unfortunate kill towards the planet and then making another one, taking another one down. So now TeamOne have to fight for their lives. Round number 30, all the maps, all the rounds. But can they push us to overtime?
Guess we'll have to wait and see. Maluki, he's going fast out towards middle. Is he getting caught off guard? No. Good smoke cover right here, and they want to go for the fast B split. Ooh, he's away. Gets 2 kills through the smoke. Fantastic done by him, and now it's up to Dumao to close down the round. Gets 1, gets 2.
Oh, that's it.
That's it. That's it, James.
No way is Pace-Nadello getting that one. The nade comes through to put an end to him, and we see pick up their map pick. They were down 14-11, and they managed to bring it on back and take a 16-14 victory over TeamOne here in the opening map. We're going to Nuke next as well, which is not their pick, but it's something that we will say they can all play 7 maps. This is the wildest world we live in.
It is what the numbers are telling us, that both the teams play 7 maps. Maybe the fashion wasn't here for Ye, but it doesn't matter. They win their map pick, they're moving on comfortably into the second one, and we see what they have to offer on Nuke.
Well, let's see what's coming on Nuke. We're going to a break real quick, but when we come back, we'll be seeing what will be panning out between TeamOne and Ye. We see it come out, but very narrowly there for Ye. They managed to get it done against TeamOne, but it was their map pick, and it certainly wasn't easy. Now we go Nuclear, which doesn't seem to be a map that anyone doesn't play, because they play all 7, and I'm still amazed by the fact of it. But it's to what level will we see this game go down?
It's a good question. I think the first map showed us that both teams, they can play good Counter-Strike, especially in the beginning of the matchup. It seems to be more polished, but when it got into the nitty-gritty, when it got into the close scenarios, mistakes were made, and it seems that the pressure basically got to both teams. And at the end of the day, you know, it's a quite even game, but one team deserved to win at the end.
Yeah, it was very, very even. I agree with you. Very close game. A couple of takeaways from that one. First of all, it was a team victory for Ye. Everyone between 21 and 22 kills. It's an extremely narrow distribution of frags. relax. And then another thing that we realized that both these teams have a very aggressive patterns of purchasing weapons. They never let go of the gas. They always force into it. If they can have one AWP, they're gonna buy it. They're gonna just nourish it with a couple of pistols, and they're gonna go at it. So there is never a moment to relax.
Pimpalicious, you've been summoned.
Yeah, I'll go
to
for
your stat helix test, my friend.
a bit of a walk, because I'm going to showcase one of those scenarios where mistakes were made. Now, I've loaded up the round when it's 10 to 11 now. Right now, you see the play around, play out. RCF, he's going to get a peek towards A-Apps right here. The instant reaction coming in right now from TeamOne. They get the kill, of course, Pesa that is. Now, they go in towards this A-bomb side. Smokes are being deployed right here, but no smoke towards CT spawn. What's going to happen is the entirety of the team is going to go out towards the A side, and mistakes will be made in just a couple of seconds. Right here, right now, you can see Malps, he's in this position. He's getting flashed down towards CT spawn. That in itself, that's a good decision, but they keep on aggressing even after he's dead. Oh, I just missed it right here. Let's see if we can turn it back. Got some fat fingers, but there we go. Playing it out. Malps is now dying, and instead, got some real fat fingers. There we go. instead of stopping right here, let's see if I can hit it this time around. They keep aggressing down towards the CT spawn. Now, there is one smoke, and that is on Barden. If he's smoking CT spawn right here, if he's smoking CT spawn, it would be relatively easy for these guys to plant the bomb, play the 4 versus 4, and potentially win the round. But instead, they all go for the dry duel. No flash, no nothing. Just dueling after dueling after dueling, and they're not going to win him. So at this point, they could have won the game. They could have choked over the game and basically applied pressure on the economy. But instead of smoking, they fought, and they lost.
They did fight, and they did lose. And Pimp, you don't have fat fingers.
I got real fat fingers. Real fat fingers.
I really respect the hustle of clicking that button once again, because I wouldn't have. I would have just said, no, I'm not touching it.
Well, while we work out how we click these buttons, what we're going to do is click another button and go to a break, because when we come back, we're going into Nuke, and we're going to see if Yeah can close this out or what TeamOne will deliver.